Okay, so somebody's asking about the this contrarian style of trading, and how do you trade that on a phone? Because if you're going to buy new lows, then um, you're just going to buy new lows, and the only way to do it on the phone is to pace yourself. And because I'm trading $1,000 per ticket, um, because everything's set like that, I can trade it on the phone, but I just have to be pretty light about it. Now, to place a limit on the phone is quite a task if you've ever done it. And if you could double click something on a tablet and just put a hotspot on your phone, that's really the way to get around it. So I currently run an 8-inch tablet. I think it's a 608 HP Pro. I don't even think I think they're like $50 for these probably now. It's garbage. I mean, as far as the speed goes, just if it's on and you have to have it plugged in because you just eat the battery up, I think. But I usually have it plugged in, and so if I'm in the car, I can hotspot it, throw a rack of tickets in. If I see the market tanking like a whore, I'm going to say, well, let me just bring up my 50 pip deep orders. So all those are listed on the tablet, and I have to have, because it's on the tablet, in between the scripts, I have things like delete all orders, delete all objects, because if you're driving the car, just saying, and my buddy would tease me about this, but I'm saying, it's totally, like I said, trust me, I know exactly what script to hit. But he's worried about my safety. I'm worried about the account, honestly. So I want to just jump in because I just feel like as soon as I see the beginning of a trend, so Bitcoin's reached 100,000, which is psychologically a safe zone for people, and they can say, okay, well that's the new zero, and now it's okay. Maybe it goes to 90, maybe it goes to 110. Maybe it treads water in a $50,000 range till you're dead. And there's never this big run up to 200. There's never a big fall back to 50,000. It sits at 100,000, and everybody loses their fucking mind. So it's very difficult. There was some guy whining about this once. There's a video, the famous trader that had the TV show, take people off the street in this prop firm and make them into traders. It's just silliness. And he was whining that, there's not enough fucking volatility to make money. Well, just wait till there is, or go to a market where it is crazy, which is the S&P 500. This guy's trading here. I'm doing a video about this liquidity sweeps. Explain. This guy has 300 and so people will say, "Are you jealous?" No, I'm really not. The guy has 342,000 subscribers, and it just tells you that the popularity of buzzwords like mastermind. And just in this little clip here, I had to kind of, he started off so like talking to 5-year-olds. I don't know why traders insist on, well, this is a moving average, and what is that, you ask? Okay, you can watch moving average videos. It's the average every day added, so that's what an average means, and it's plotted on the screen. Oh God. Okay, so how do I make money again? I mean, I just fucking lose my mind with that shit. Who doesn't, right? So the contrarian aspect of trading. So on the phone, yeah. Well, it is tough, I would say, because you don't want to miss the best price. Which, if you just sell every hour on the hour and it spikes up, you could have had a rack of sell limits up there and tagged and bagged it. So I did do some selling on the euro because yesterday when it broke out, I thought, I know it's going to pop up, but I'm just going to do what I normally do, and that's be a contrarian. So I sold on the top of that spike up, but actually what I was focused on was the yen. So I do an inversion, like I buy the dollar yen or I sell the euro, or I buy the euro. So if I'm in buy mode, I try to do this with the euro versus the Swiss, but the Swiss has a really bad. It's not a mirror image, and the yen has more drama, but at least it triangulates the planet. So you have the European, the Asian, U.S. session, right? There's only three currencies if you trade the euro and the yen, because you have the dollar, the common, right? It's the base currency there, but it's not there. So I stack the charts horizontally for the euro versus the dollar, euro dollar versus yen, and I can see the dollar against the other currencies because it is a cross thing. And this guy's trading stocks, which he talks liquidity sweeps, ICT shit. He's got it here too. So the only way to do that is to just get yourself a tablet and just tether it or hotspot it to your MT4 is the only way I can really see of doing this technique, because you have to have a net of tickets out there. And when the market drops, I literally want to buy the market. I am so triggered. It's kind of like if you say yes, I say no. Well, only so that we can get the ball rolling as far as what is the truth. And the truth over time, if you're going to sell religiously, if you've already told yourself, well, today it looks like it's going to go up and fuck the bulls. That's my opinion, actually. My thought process when I pull the trigger is, fuck these bulls. These people think it's going up. Give me a fucking break. So that's my attitude when it's dropping too. Give me a break, right? Like, it's dropping. Like, this is also the other view that's probably a terrible view. But I can't change it, so I just work around it with the limit orders being running in deeper buys than I would think it could ever go, because I can't believe it's going as low as it's going, right? As I'm buying, my terrible thought is, can't everybody see this is a good price? Like, how stupid are people? I go to the grocery store now. I don't know why I go. I guess I just figure, well, I change my mind every day what I want to eat. So I go in there, and it seems like people are just in a daze. I don't know. It's just amazing. And you have to wait. They're clogging the whole aisle. Did you not see that you're taking up the whole fucking aisle? Like, you're not at home, like milling around and, honey, I'm in the basement. I think there's there's a leak down here. You're in a fucking grocery store. You're not even in one of these fucking electric carts, but you cannot fucking be self-aware. Like, that'd be like you're in a trade. You're in a trade, fucker. Bitch, you're in a trade. You just decided to buy one lot of this store. The whole aisle. You own it. Are you going to let go of this trade? Are you going to let me out of this trade? It's like I'm almost near my target. The broker's not letting me out. No, you're too close to target. So, anyways, the trading on the phone is really kind of rough. Now, if you see, like, that's why I have the trigger. My phasers are set on stunned. They're set on stunned because I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to wound them. I could do a lot of bullets, cheap bullets. Let's put like rock candy instead of salt shot. Rock candy, and I figured death of 1,000 cuts to the market. Now, having the account big enough to absorb the drama of the wick. If you can trade the wick, this is like the 8 seconds you get to ride the bull. That really is. Now, that's a different style of trading. And I can imagine if this guy would have just adopted some of the concepts of trading. This guy literally gets into one position and then peels it off. Like, he scales out of it. He gets into one ticket and scales out of it because he's analyzed the entries so good that he knows for sure that's it, right? And some other guy asked me about this Ranko brick. Yeah, so I bounce around a lot. I'm going to tangentially go and talk about this fucknut, and then I'm going to go to the comments. So, it's not going to be smooth right here. The Ranko brick, it looks really cool because it's so simple and so clean. And I like the simple. It's clean, and it looks like, wow. But what's the trade plan on that? For me, it would have to be, well, if I see a brick go down, I'm going to buy. I'm waiting for a down brick, honey. Honey, I sold the car, but it's okay because I opened a Forex account, and I'm going to make it back. Apparently, this ICT guy's crashing and burning. I don't know what's going on there. But this guy mentions ICT techniques, and this guy's got a lot of buzzwords. Like, this is the value gap. But, I got my own, right? We've all got our own. How do we describe? There's a price pulse. There's a rally. It's bearish. It's bullish. The Contrarian certainly was very obviously saying, if there's an uptrend, I say fuck it. That's not going to last. Okay, I'm just trying to look ahead. Really, how long is this fucking shit going to last? Like, when people come out with stuff, and the buzzwords, they have a life cycle, right? Remember BLM used to mean something? So, join the mastermind. I don't know if I would ever, how much you pay me? And this guy apparently has this thing where, watch me live trade for free. Now, I get it. The guy makes $1 million. Okay. He's trade, but I just cannot. I just cringe about being. If I just lost, like, this guy lost like around $4,000, like $3,000 in one day trading, and I'd be like, and he looks defeated. There's another video where he loses $3,000 just recently, his latest video. And I'm like, yeah, he looks dejected. And I'm like, well, dude, what were you thinking? Like, you got to see the trade he did. He's like, really? So you going to tell me, with all the value gaps, new highs, liquidity sweeps, explained, it's not something that needs to be explained. It needs to be traded. Like, you need to have a basket of tickets in these fucking voids, dude. He calls them liquidity sweeps. I call them the void. Fresh lows, fresh highs, new lows, right? It's going up, making new highs. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Tell me all about your fucking uptrend. You fucking goobers as you march into the abyss. I'm quite happy to but I have scalps built into my system. Some guy asked me about how you putting a 10 pip target with a 30 pip stop. Easy. At the threshold of the liquidity break, there is going to be drama. This guy talks about it through the whole thing. Oh, you get to this fucking pivot, it's up, it's down. Right. If the spread is worth it, so if the spread is 2, if it's 2 fixed and you're running a robot and you just sit there and look for 8 pips, 9 pips, 10 pips, 12, literally every fucking pip, you're taking something off the table. When the market vibrates, dare I say, vibrates at the fucking threshold, if you've ever seen liquidity be dipped into and then micro sweeps, I guess you call it, like microaggressions at the line of scrimmage. So there's a million metaphors, and of course, what these people offer, I guess my course would be very in depth and totally free, because it would just be like, well, maybe I'd have you trade through a link of my favorite broker, and he's got a yacht for me because I sent him all these traders, right? Running the robots, or I just open a PAM account, run the robot. People put money in the fund. There's a million ways to make money, right? That certainly seems like a better thing. But the redirect to my Watch Me Trade Live, okay, I get it, but it's like, do you go buy an album by a band because the guy's going to go on tour and he's going to like, dude, I'm going to fucking GoPro myself jamming, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a lesson while I'm playing live in front of a crowd. Well, can you get your undivided attention? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to the crowd? Or what's going on here? I feel like you're cheating on me here, So and a lot of people say, well, this guy made $1 million. You shut the fuck up. Fine. It's just he trades like shit. You got it. He should be making 10 million. In other words, if he's that good, it's just stepping back up to the plate, and I get it because he makes $9,000 and he loses $3,000. I got it. I've heard it, right? I just can't imagine. And this guy here, now let the comments of his video, without even playing his video, you don't know how, it's almost fractal speaking. It's like a frozen fractal. So it's an image that, if expanded into the void, becomes a movie. I don't want to get too esoteric, because that's my other course that I sell, is the esoteric trading course, where you use crystals and shit. Okay, now you got to get different input devices. You're going to need different mice. You're going to need different crystals. And the trading sessions, do not use the Asian crystals in the fucking European session. If I told you once, I told you a million times. This is how you're losing. You're getting stopped out of these trades. They're hunting your stops. This thing's got 150,000 views and 500. And this guy is telling us, this is the comments he gets. This man just did a $2,000 course for free in 30 minutes. Dude, if you watch this, if you're not on suicide watch after you watch this fucking video, I couldn't do it. So I had to fast forward up to the good stuff. Holy shit, are you serious? Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. Then this guy asked me this. I can't believe it. I really appreciate your efforts. Now, this has to be a joke. If this is AI's gotten really good. If this is AI, I'm going to tell you we're in trouble, because this is just too dialed in. I really appreciate your efforts. Could you help me with something unrelated? And it has a colon there, so I don't know. I have a I don't even know what that is. I guess he's got some. He's looking for this 12-word phrase. Looks like a Bitcoin wallet password, and I don't know. So I think that's a robot. I don't know. It's like, put the robot on scatterbrain mode. Some of this stuff is a little too on the nose. Let me see. Am I in the right spot of this video?
Cool. So we have 1, 2, 3 forms of, this is what's called buy side liquidity. Why?
Okay, so now he's going to take this through you like you're fucking 8 years old. You're 7.5 years old. Like, you just got to see this shit. I hope he doesn't find out that I made fun of him, because anything that you say about ICT, there's a big, blackout. Like, you're just blacklisted.
Because it's towards the buy side, like where the buy orders are getting filled. Ooh, pretty cool term. That, whip that one out on your friends instead of your dick next time. That one will be nasty. Okay, boom. We got buy side liquidity, and then we have sell side liquidity down here. Okay, so from there, once we do that, that's typically all that I really need from the high time frames. From there, I'm just scale down into the low time frames. Okay, so all of you guys are going to be using different confluences for this. I have a full boot camp and a full free course where I teach you guys like how and what confluences I use. Right now we're just talking about liquidity. So there's going to be a couple concepts that I may talk about within here that you guys don't fully understand. If you guys do want to understand it, you guys can go ahead and watch the free course, or you guys can join my mastermind where I literally teach all of you guys this stuff. Super in-depth for a month long. It's live recordings with me where you guys can ask questions for literally an entire month. And on top of that, you guys get added to the Discord. That's super freaking clouded. And you guys get a free $100,000 funded account for you guys, so you guys can kickstart your profitability journey. If you guys want to do that, there's going to be a link in the description for both the free course and for the mastermind. You guys can look into that if you guys don't understand these confluences that
Okay, so maybe he has to trade like this, because this is prop house shit. He has to trade like this where he gets in one ticket and then he has to scale out of it. Because, this is just what it's down to. And I just could never do it like that. I just can't be in one position. But, yeah, he shows you this one ticket he does, this one trade he does, where he's in. So here's a video where he loses. And this is one trade. Now, I guess this is what you're forced to do in these prop firms, because I can't understand why he would do this. But listen to this buzzword salad and his confluence and when he's going to get in the trade, and it's just mind-boggling. I can't understand if he understands this liquidity sweep shit. Why wouldn't he just put a limit up here and just go, okay, well, I guess he can't, right? He's got his target set at something, and he takes you through this trade. You'll just lose your mind. I can't even listen to him.
Market opens. During pre-market, we actually already pre-swept out these 15-minute lows, but we didn't really get much of a reaction out of it. We got this faint little...
So why don't you just scalp that? This is what I don't understand about these things. There's such a narration of what this is going to happen, that's going to happen. This is the 5-minute S&P mini futures. Now, apparently it's just commission here. There's no spread. I don't know. But holy shit, man. If you have a limit sitting here with a stop here and a target like this, that's pretty good money in about fucking less than an hour. Or you even go the extra mile, and after the completion of this candle, you put a buy limit here. When the candle's complete, how hard can it fucking be, dude? It shouldn't be this hard. After the completion of the candle, you put a buy limit here. After the completion of the candle, you put a buy limit. Okay, maybe you don't get filled. With a very tight stop. On the sell side, you're going to sell above here. You're going to sell above here and cash out here. Cash out to the breakout point and hold through and back into fair value. Or whatever you fucking want to call it. He's calling it the gap or some shit. I don't know. In other words, where's the trade? How do I trade this shit? Now, for me, it's always going to be put some buy limits here. Get filled. Okay, not quite to the floor. Dead cat bounce. Okay, what's the next trade? No fucking brainer. Open your wallet. Now you're going to have to get in heavy here. Buy limit. Buy limit. Now on the phone, to trade this on your phone, what you need to do is, as soon as it closes below here, you just buy at the market. And every 5 minutes, now I don't know what that cost you because this is a big contract. Maybe you're down 10 grand here. I don't know how big this guy's trading. It looks to me like he's getting into at least 3 positions at the first because he's going to peel them off one at a time as the market goes in his favor, which is totally legitimate, right? But this narration about the thing, then the measure, the Buddha, ha. Well, you need all that? Come on, man. Anybody ever get their hair cut? I used to get my hair cut, and some people, depending on if they cut it the way your fucking hair should be cut to you. Now, people walk in there and say, I want this kind of haircut. But, dude, that's not you. So if you're a contrarian, you just are. I kind of look at the trend traders as, well, it depends what trend you're on, right? So the counter trend move, if I'm going to scalp against the things, I know when it's over because I see the trend traders coming back. Here comes the trend traders. No, it's going to keep going up. So I know I just took a scalp, right? Because the market doesn't move in a straight line. So every kind of little breathing moment, can I make money there? But in my system, it's completely different because it's based on entry technique. It's not based on analyzing the market. So this guy's analyzing the market. He does a class, and I'll just give you my mastermind. I just can't imagine. I don't know. Is it really like that? If you're just going to trade the news, which is a lot of fun, you can jump in. You can be in before the news breaks. So it depends how big I'm in the trade. The only thing that's keeping me from, I suppose, making more money is that I'm too cheap. I'm in a trade and I'm like, I don't want to rebuy the spread. I'm in a big swing trade. I don't want to in and out, then it goes up. I'm like, fucking hey, dude, I should have just held the position with a wider stop and gone into a drawdown. So I have that. So it's a breakfast blend trade. I don't have this fucking, it's not a single malt scotch. This guy's trading single malt scotch, whatever that fucking shit is. Oh, dude, this is fucking made from, the oldest culture in the world, and it's $500 a bottle. Careful, don't spill it. Don't spill my fucking $5,000 bottle liquor. But at least this guy's saying, hey, look at that, dude. I lost $5,000 because I had a notion of the. And this whole dialogue about the retail traders, he gets into that. Okay, retail traders, they're yeah, you know what? 80% of the time, the market is ranging. So the market makers and the limit order guy entries, the liquidity sweep money makers make money. 20% of the time, the retail traders make money because they're in a trend. 20% of the time, there's a trend. And I define a trend as something with very fucking fast move. A big move that keeps moving. Here's the trend right here. That's the trend. I gotta use the trend color for that. Gotta love this blue. So but this guy, I can't hardly watch it. I can watch it, but I know people think that this guy has like this special view. He does. It's very narrow.
Little move up, and then from there we end up coming back down even further and made a 5-minute SMT off of these lows. We have a lower low on the S&P 500. We have a low again off of similar lows here, low, and then a higher low on NASDAQ, followed by NASDAQ coming up and taking out these highs. So we have a liquidity sweep. We have our 5-minute SMT divergence. I'm scaling down to the 1-minute time frame. From there, I see a 1-minute break of structure here. However, this wasn't really going to cut it for me. I wanted to see us break past these 1 minute or kind of like these swing highs right here.
So he wants to do the retail trade. Notice? If you watch his other video, he says, well, the confirmation people, they want to get in here. He wants to see more evidence. I don't understand how these people can do this. This is a 1-minute chart. Fractally speaking, the rules are all the same here. Why weren't you in the market? What I can't understand about these people, they say they know ICT, but all ICT is saying is all that anybody would ever say about new highs and new lows. Where in this chart do you see some amazing fucking entries? Well, all over the place. But just pick out the obvious ones. Putting sell limits up here, regardless of what you think the trend is or the ding, just doesn't fucking matter, dude. It does not fucking matter because 80% of the time, this is a trend. This is not a trend. This is 80% of the market is this bullshit. 20% of the market is this. 80% of the market is this. How in the fuck can this guy miss this? I'd be like, wow, dude. Anything below here, I'd have some robot spitting out, or me, I just double click shit. Keep dropping fucking limits in here. They cash out. Refresh it. Refresh. Fill, cash out, refresh. If you just wanted to be a fucking slob, you could make money, right? You just keep putting limits, buy every fucking handle all the way down. Well, I don't fucking discriminate. That's me. Dude, I'm just going to buy all this shit. Watch the account fill up and watch it cash out. That's what I do. This guy, oh, wait. Waiting for a gap fill on the... Oh, wait, let me check my crystals. Sell right here with a stop here. Brilliant. Dude, you got to start trading like that. That's fucking amazing. This is incredible. He's down in the 1-minute chart. I should be able to trade. You should be able to trade this in the 15-minute chart. You should be able to, you know what? Think about it. This is a low. Probably takes out like a low. This is a big deal low. You want to buy here? Cash out. No, he's waiting for, he's like, well, I missed that trade. Dude, you missed all these trades. Look at this one. Fucking A. Now, this one did not, the new low did not become the buy. But it's work. You got to hustle. So he doesn't want to work that hard. Join my mastermind course. I'll show you how to pull the trigger at the exact fucking moment. Why didn't he have sell limits above here, sell limits above here? Couldn't he see that was a trap? He just did a liquidity thing. He doesn't watch his own videos. I got it. This void gets filled and whoosh. Look at this consolidation. Doji. Breakout. And wait till you see where his targets were. Talk about dreamland. Now I get it. The guy makes $1 million, he says, a year. He made $1 million in a year. But dude, you're down fucking that's like a used car. You're down like a used car for me. I don't know why people want to make. What is the deal? I made $1 million. You got globes behind you. And this guy take some acid and think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to, is it Pier 1? They still have Pier 1. I want to go Bed Bath & Beyond. Before they go bankrupt, I'm going to go down there and get me some of these globes. Very sophisticated spheres. Well, I'm into geometry. Does he have a Gartley pattern? Somebody should come up with a. I had this guy in England that sent me a coffee cup with a Gartley pattern on it. Reverse swag. This guy sent me something. So it was a joke because the 618 tattoos on my back here. Remember that trade I did on the S&P 500? Sure do. Remember that? You got drunk, went down. He said, give me that 618 tattoo I've been telling you about. I thought it was 666. No, 618, dude. I want that tattooed on my left nut. This is micro tattoos. Yeah, you need like a magnifying glass. But this guy looks dejected. Who wants to lose $4,000 on one trade?
Here, which we did, and then from there, I drew on equilibrium from these lows up to these highs. We saw that get filled, and then from there, I entered when I saw buy orders get filled out of that. Stopped underneath the equilibrium, which was what my trade was taken off of. My first take profit was set on these. I believe they were 5-minute highs.
Equilibrium. He's on the 1-minute chart. He's drilled down this fucking 1-minute chart. Here, how can you divergence on the SRTs and
right here, first take profit, second and third take profits up here. Unfortunately, price did not want to go in my direction.
So he thought this was going to burst, and we've all thought this. Who hasn't thought about this trade? It's going to take this out, then it's going to take that out. Dude, I've done it a million times. In fact, I said the most I've lost is not getting the fuck out. Because you start to look at the structures and you start to narrate because you have nothing else to do. If you're looking at charts, you just think, yeah, God, if this fucker, and you could make all sorts of other claims here. I got a fucking triangle, and I mean, it's amazing, I got come back into here. It's kind of bobbing around. In fact, I could have the smart money trade. Don't forget, the smart money trade is a real thing. It's called fucking enter on a limit. It's called being a contrarian. The smart money is the contrarian because they're like, fuck this shit. So you have buy limits sitting here. Right, you scalp the bounce to that. Okay, even better, right? If your first take profits here, you let the rest ride. But look at your target's this, dude. Maybe you only make $800 on this trade, but you get back in, you make another 800. Now I just made 1,200. I made 1,600. You're down this, right? So I'm not gonna make $5,000 in the morning or lose it because I'm just not trading that big. This is, of course, this market here. You got to have some money, I think. Like even right here, I'm just buying that. If I have to trade this at the market, I'm going to write a script that has a buy here with a stop here, whatever that number is, and take profit here. And every minute it's coming down, I'm going to buy it, right? So every time it closes below the floor, okay, I bought that one, I'm holding. Maybe I buy that one, that's it, I'm out. But as soon as it comes back to the floor, I'm getting the fuck out, dude. How does this guy not see it? He just did a whole thing on liquidity. Look at all this bullshit. What the heck? I got this thing getting in here. They just swept this liquidity. Okay. You think they're not going to sweep this liquidity? You don't think there's like vacuum forming here? There's the apex of a triangle. It's going to go either way. Even the breakout traders, the true goobers, the guys that have sell stops here, buy stops here. Now, that's something to be said for people that do the straddle. Now, everybody's got a different personality. Mine is just, I'm pissed off. Now, if you want to be one of these trend traders that go with the flow, the trend's your friend, dude. Stop it. The trend's your friend. Stop being such a contrarian. Okay, I can't. Okay, the Ranko, the brick thing is a trend shit too. As long as the bricks are white, buy. Okay, man. I get you. Until the market backs up, but until the other thing that this guy never talks about here, well, he does later on. He's like, that's about 9 points there. He starts to do the math. Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you? And I don't know if he's forced to get in one ticket and then stream out of it at 3 different greedy levels. Great ratio, great trade. And now this guy does make money. So if he would have done the same trade, flip that trade upside down, turn that frown upside down, and just say, what if he would have sold up here with that same concept? I'm going to sell right here. As soon as it closes above, I'm selling it. I went a little bit higher, but I got that same stop that I had here, right? Dude, that's his trade. He missed coming back the other way. I'm surprised he didn't say, you know what, it would have worked. With these ratios and that trade plan, this is the trade plan here. You got to fit that to the market. He's got to reverse engineer this, dude. You got to start here and say, okay, that's $4,000. How can I better utilize this? That's kind of like he's trades for the government. If the government, they let the government trade, they'd be like, yeah, dude, it's not our money. You'd be putting these big fat stops in here. And even if he started buying below here with that stop, he would have just made it back and, he could have just said, fuck, that was scary. But even down here, if he would have used the same trade plan, the same ratios, which is just a heartbreaker, I feel bad for this guy. Got that long hair and shit. It's like the guy that with the hair, Samson. You start buying here, dude. With this stop he had, he could have taken one ticket off here, maybe. That's his first target. And maybe this thing does engulf and just go fucking nuts. He's like, damn, I wish I would have waited, or I wish I would have known what my value gap migration angle SRT divergence is. No, dude, the trade plan is you were willing to risk $4,500 on one fucking idea in the morning, but I guess he makes $1 million, so what am I to say? And he's like, dude, I made 20 grand yesterday. This is, it's the same thing, the argument from all these guys that trade this giant number. I met some of these guys trading NASDAQ. I'm like, dude, really? Like, oof, really? You lost 20 grand today? Well, I made 50 grand yesterday, but I lost 20 grand today. I'm like, I'm still not comfortable losing 20 grand in one day. Can I do that in a month? Give me a month to lose 20 grand. So it depends how you live, I don't see the point of making so much money. They go, well, you know what? You're going to have to pay all these taxes now. Okay, great. At least I'm working for you. Yeah. And by the way, don't forget the mask up and stop making fun of the people. Those are government-paid electric wheelchairs. And are those government-subsidized wheelchairs, are they? From the Lazy Society. Yeah, they've contributed to their... Thank you, Lazy People Society. Thank you very much. So here we go. This poor guy. He said he looks like he starts to run. It's funny. You see, he goes through the phases of. He must be like, what is he? This guy like 18 years old.
Ended up falling. I think the biggest thing that I can attribute to this loss.
His hair's too long. It got caught in my headphones, dude. I hit the wrong. Fat finger. I hit the wrong fucking ticket.
Is just the fact that we had already swept out liquidity. We had already attempted to make a move for several minutes, and the fact that we were able to move even deeper down into this draw on liquidity, I should have understood that at this point in time, liquidity ain't getting swept, and there's not going to be an upwards move.
Oh, it's getting swept, all right. It just keeps getting swept and swept. Now, he's so zoomed in here that he can't see. He's on the 5-minute chart. If you look back to the left, which he has to go to the 1 hour or the daily chart at this point and go, oh, dude, we just took out the low from 3 days ago. Something, when that shit starts to happen, dude, this thing will pile down so fucking hard you won't believe it. You'd be like, where'd that come from? Well, that's a liquidity fill or sweep or void vacuum suck in. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... when things go off a cliff, I mean, look at Bitcoin. It could go to 150,000 right now. So I'm not into those trades because those are investments, and I just want to make money every day. I don't want to wait, Yeah, if you would have bought Bitcoin, so it's 200,000. Well, you should have bought some. No, I never should have bought some.
Off of that. On NASDAQ, we can see the opposite, where we do sweep liquidity, but right when we sweep liquidity, we start getting the moves. On the S&P, it was sweep of liquidity, nothing really going on. Yeah, we get a bit of a move during market open, but that's market open. We don't want to be taking trades during market open. We want to be taking it during the macro. So we let time go on. We end up going past these lows that were supposed to be.
Well, why would you wait? I don't get this macro micro shit. If it got into that price, you can see it reacted. That was a trade you could have taken if you're really trading reversals like this guy claims he is. But then he claims he trades like a fucking retail trader. He's like, I'm waiting for the setup. I got my confirmation, my confluence, and the jury's out. We got 5 signals. They all have to line up. When the balls line up, we pull the trigger. Are you fucking nuts? When the ball, you drive your car like that? Well, I'm waiting for the heat. I get it. You're waiting for the heat to. I don't like to drive the car, but I just drive it. If it's cold, I'm like, dude, I'm just driving it. It'll warm up. You know what? I kind of like this workout. See if you can, like a polar bear club. Can I handle the fucking cold? Well, it's not bad. I'm not starving. I'm fat. I got a lot of fat on me. I can manage. I can polar bear this.
Be the liquidity sweep, and never ended up being that. The only reason why I even considered this was because of the 5-minute SMT on a draw on liquidity. I thought that was.
See, he used another bunch of. Because the only reason he considered it was he got distracted with his fancy divergence indicators.
A pretty strong confluence.
Pretty strong confluence. And this is where, we've all made this mistake. I do it all the time. I say, you know what? Also, don't forget, we've got this, we got that, we got this. But it doesn't matter because that's your view. The market just does. It may not be done sweeping the liquidity. How do you know when the sweep's over? If you're reversal trading it, if you're contrarian trading it, you got to know, okay, and then I get it. People are going to wait. Well, wait for this fucking drama to be over. I get it. If you're going to wait for it to doji out, because you're like, okay, well, I guess we put in the low, right? That wick is so fucking insane. Is that the low? Like don't forget the volatility at that point is so off the rails that there's no way you can trade it. As big as this guy's trading, that same fucking thing he gives here for the range, I guess he picked his risk. $4,000. Try and make, 15. He would have made maybe 15 grand here. I don't know how much he peels off on each thing, but he could have made 20 grand on this trade. But he overcomplicates it with the confluence, and I got the divergence, and I checked my SRTs and I checked my CTA, and he said, don't do the trade.
Turned out to not necessarily be the case. And again, I'm not gonna lie. Price action just hasn't really been the best, at least for my strategy. Maybe I need.
So the price action hasn't been the best for his strategy. He's waiting for the market to fit his stop loss, his strategy. And they'll tell you this now. I've been doing this a really long time. I hate to tell you how long I've been studying this shit. And in the books, they'd say, well, you just got to stick with your system because it will go into drawdown territory where your system just doesn't work. And eventually the markets will come around and they'll fit your template and your algorithm and your risk to reward ratios and your volatility you're looking for, and safe investments and things we can count on, and then, oh gosh, you don't want to switch systems in the middle. You got to play that system out. Well, some of that's true, and I would say your system is your mindset and your personality is unchangeable. I don't think you can really change it. If you fight it, I suppose, Right. I mean, you definitely, if you're really, if you weigh 500 pounds and you're in the electric car, you probably want to hit the gym, right? So you do want to change things, but I mean, as far as your mind, how you view the world, um, when you trade in the market, it's instant feedback that if you're hoping or wishing that your scenario is going to unfold in just the way you think it should, because it makes sense. We've we we've made new lows. We're done with that. It's time for this thing to reverse. Now, the euro dropped for I think 3 weeks. I've seen it drop for 8 weeks straight. I think it just dropped 8 weeks straight. You're like, dude, where's the bottom? And you have to be if you want to trade all the time, you got to be flexible and change your depth of trade. Now you got to trade smaller when the market's volatile and bigger when the market's calm, when the market's stable, so to speak, because um, you can make the same amount of money. But the problem psychologically is that if you're in a couple tickets and you're down really big, like you can't keep the same size going because the market is not the same volatility. So you have to constantly gauge how much exposure to how volatile the market is. And when the market pauses in these giant moves, yeah, if you have, but you have to have the, somebody's talking about trading on your phone, man, you got to be pretty, if you start buying, because you're like, this looks like a nice pullback, and you're like, this is more than a pullback. This is fucking off the rails. Like just right here on this chart here. So, if you've ever seen this move, this looks like a news event or something. For instance, if you said, well, I'm not going to fucking chase it and buy it up here. I didn't have a buy stop here. I wasn't that guy. You would have sell limits up there, right? But you'd have buy limits below here. But as you start buying this, you're like, what the fuck? Like you're expecting maybe here and it goes up. You're expecting here and it goes up. You're expecting here and it goes, but here and it does go up. It goes up to here, but it doesn't come back to here, right? Inside these tickets that I would have down here is I have to have scalps built in. So this is a good trade ratio wise, presupposing that that's the bottom and it's going to stop here, but I don't know what's to the left of this. This is a 1 minute chart, by the way. We don't know what's this. Is the Dow Jones futures. So he's looking at all these different markets, looking for confluence, looking for, maybe that's, and we've all done this. This is very, I would say, worthless because it's not going to change the math of the trade that you're in. And the things you're missing, the things that you have to, if you're really going to day trade, which I guess this guy's a day trader, you got to have a lot of fucking shit ready to go. If you're ready to sell this new top tick Tommy, you're a fucking genius, right? You're saying, well, I'm waiting for it. I got to sell limit here now. It's down here, but why do you have a sell limit up here? Because, dude, if it ever comes back up here, I call pivot top tick Tommy. Do you need ICT for? Who needs this for this shit? This fucking trade. Now here you would say, well, I did what you said. I put sell limits here, sell limits there. They stopped me out. No shit. What if you put on your phone, every 1 minute on your phone, sell. Okay, you hit a car, sell. Well, you missed this one though. Because the sell limits is the only way to do it. You could not trade that on your phone. You'd have to pull, so you can sell. In fact, like I said on the phone, forget it. MT4 on your phone. I've traded on the phone because I'm like, yeah, it's not like a big trade. I see it dropping like a horn. I'm like, yeah, just give me a couple on the phone. There's no stop. But I don't think the market's going to drop 1,000 pips and blow up the account. So when I get back to my office, I will put the I'll put the stops in. Get back after the grocery store. Put the stops in. Pull over maybe, but that's why I'd rather have the scripts ready to go and say, okay, I accept. I'm going to start selling at the market and put some settlements in. I'm like, oh God, this is probably some big high up here. You can't see it because he didn't zoom out. But this is, if this isn't a liquidity sweep, nothing is, right? And cash out here for the conservative, cash out here and take this. The other guy holds for the engulfment, and it literally engulfs all the way down here. Once again, if his strategy would have been, I'm going to sell here. If it closes above here, here's the only thing confirmation you need. Look, it closed into the void. Sell the market. Put your stop in. Got your 3 take profits. You're a fucking genius. Right? What more does this guy need? He needs, well, I need to look at the thing, ding. No, you don't. It closes above this ceiling, this rooftop. Fucking sell. Fucking sell. Then wait. Look at ricochets. People cash out right at the breakout point. Here comes the buyers. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. It's not going like this. This is what logic tells. I'll come back here. That's all you need. You don't look at fucking 8. It's so funny. That's a 1 minute chart. You got your finger on the trigger? You could do that trade. But if you don't take your profits, 1 minute from now, you bought it. 1 minute later, you're up. Right, you bought here. I'm sorry, you bought this candle. Now you're up on the trade, and you're like, woohoo! Look, it's going up. Because that's what you got. You know, that's your template. That's your scenario in your head. And then, geez, yikes, oof. But why hasn't this guy got buy limits here? Be like, yeah, dude, they're gonna take that out. I got my stop in. Only took 2 off the table. But who am I? This guy's making $1 million trading like this. I just couldn't lose $4,000.
Need to tweak some things or just look at.
I've seen robots do this where they make so much fucking money, but they had a $10,000 drawdown. I'm like, no. What if I open the account with $10,000? I could wipe out the account.
Look at price a little bit differently. Okay, reevaluate how I should be taking trades. But right now, I mean, me personally, this isn't a favorable marketplace to be trading. Like, if I'm just looking at price, we open.
It's not favorable because his trade plan does not fit this market. He's befuddled. Yeah, price action just doesn't work. Not enough action, too much action.
We're really just moving in a, this is a 9.25 tick range up until this move down right here, which really only added like a couple more ticks. Like, this is a 12 tick range. NASDAQ did have a pretty decent move. That's just my fault for not being able to cash.
But he would have lost more. I mean, I don't get this argument there. He would have got his ass kicked if it would have been more volatile. At the size he was trading.
We did have a liquidity sweep. We did have a break of structure. We did have a fair value.
Break of structure. Oh. Don't you love that phrase? Break of structure. It happens it's happening every fucking minute.
You kept getting filled. But my only problem with this is that it happened right when market opened. This is at 9:38.
Oh, see, I had a problem with that. I don't like when the market does what it... Look at this. Comes perfect pullback. Look at this. Is this guy really that stupid? Is he just trying to make his audience dumb so they take his mastermind course? Well, I'll tell you the real shit later. Look at this beautiful pullback to a previous wick breakout. Broke out here. First chance to buy it back at the breakout where the goobers put their buy stops. This is a trend. It's a nice little trend there. Trend down. Range. Well, that's kind of choppy. I'm gonna still say that's the trend, even though this looks like a trend. It's just too choppy. It's really hard to stay on the ride. Where this, it's like it's over. Boom. That ride's over fast. Sit back, relax.
I'm not really willing to trade then.
So he's not willing to trade then. So I know these kind of personal issues get in the way. I don't feel comfortable in this trade. And I need my 20 EMA. At least he's not using the 20 EMA. You got to give him that. He's a liquidity guy.
More so looking for a trade around 950. And at that time,
so he wanted to overpay for it. He didn't want to get this deep discount liquidity price. Still, it just boggles my mind. He can't see that this is a trigger point. This void here. As soon as we come into this void, look at it, just sweep, re-sweep, and then engulf. I mean, get cash out here. Yeah, most people did. Cash out the last known low, right? When this whole thing started. Cash out. Reload. Come back with limits, dude. Come back with this buy. Like, fuck, really? Maybe he'll get there, He's just a child. He's a little kid. Come on, Johnny, show us how to trade.
Price was moving sideways, and then we got the move up, and by the time we make the move up, we've already taken out our high time frame draw on liquidity. So, yeah, man. Price action has not been favoring. I'm kind of assuming everybody, every time I post on TikTok and say, yeah, didn't find a trade today, whatever, most people say similar stuff. So I don't think that I'm the only one with the...
80% of the market is noise. 80% of the market is just not doing anything. There's rarely a run like that. Look at his projection on that. It's just so over the top. Yeah, I guess by the end of the day. But yeah, there's a lot of noise, and he just got chopped, and his confluence got the best of him.
This, we kind of have post-election, and we got holiday price action right now. I'll be like really, really, really excited when we can get out of this funk or whatever you want to call this that we're in, because it's just not really ideal in my eyes at all. So yeah, that was a trade that I took. I started looking a bit at the Dow Jones, but again, like, bro, market opens, we get a huge leg down, and then it's just like sideways candles that are barely taking up any moves.
Dude, man, bro. Yeah, you gotta have patience, That's the other thing. If you're getting into these trades where I would probably be, depending on the size that I got filled, if I got into that trade where the market's just drifting down, I'd be like, yeah, well, I'm in it for a swing trade. Now I'm going to try to scalp as much as I can because that's the noise to pay for the swing trade and to pay for sitting and locking up all that margin and just sitting there and holding on to these tickets because I don't want to repay the commission. But he looks like he's a day trader and amazing. And he's on the ICT video. He's bragging about how ICT is just so fucking amazing, and ICT made him
bell button
$6,000
as well. But if you guys made it this far, you guys might as well go into the fucking charts and apply what I just taught you, okay? I've given literally all of these confluences to you guys within the boot camp. I'll, send a fucking link, bink, up here to the boot camp, bink, up here to the trading transformation. Okay, there's also links in the description to all of this shit, which is free information to teach you guys how to trade like me, okay? I didn't just spend all this time for you guys to, okay, give a pre-market edge, okay? I want to give you guys an actual edge in the...
I don't know. I don't understand this stuff. I mean, can anybody see themselves? They're making money trading, and some guy made a comment like he uses so-and-so system and makes money trading. I mean, anybody say, gee, I'm going to start doing videos here where I actually did an edit, zoom on my face, and I don't know how to do those edits quickly. there's got to be a learning curve on that, because unless AI is doing that for them, I don't know how people find the time to do it. Just an edit like that, I'd lose my mind. I'd rather watch a old movie and eat ice cream.
The market. I already went ahead and did you guys a favor, by the way, okay, and I grabbed pretty much the best videos from the boot camp, because right now, okay, look, I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all, YouTube revenue, striking. I got ads on the boot camp, but I did you guys a favor, okay, and put the boot camp in a nice little package for free ski without any ads, and I
Free ski? I love this guy. Come on.
grabbed some videos from the Trading Transformation, put it together because,
Trading Transformation.
again, like I said, the boot camp is pretty
Do I have to eat like Wheaties in the morning? There was this guy I met at this $2,000. It's like $2,000 I spent. I'm sorry, $1,995 for 3 days in Chicago. I think it's probably $5,000 to do that course now. I met this trader that said he was living with a guy that traded the S&P 500, and in the morning he'd wake up and day trade it and shit. So he's living with this guy. I think he took him under his wing, so to speak. I don't think they were gay, but I don't know. And he would have breakfast with this guy, and the guy was like, "What do you eat?" You know, like as if it was part of his trading. You know, because he ate this for breakfast. That's was how he was winning. So he started to eat it. You know, hey, I'm trading better. You know, it's crazy. Of course, it's all psychological. You know, you feel like it works. It works.
pretty much my free course that was gifted to you guys because I'm such a nice guy, okay?
Well, I don't know. So if anybody's seen this TRL guy, he's got a lot of subscribers. People love him to death. The comments are just... This guy, no, I don't know if this guy, people don't say they're making money here. I started boot camp 2 weeks ago, been consistent. Oh, there you go. Ever since. I guess he is being consistent. You know, they do have a template, a narrative. Okay, I tried, it didn't work. You know what? We'll try again next time. Look, I made $6,000 on this trade. Using ice, he's all pumped on this trade. The other one, he's like, yeah, you know. Wow, look at this. Technical analysis, journaling, and risk management. Journaling is this is my journaling, is getting on YouTube and going, what the fucking fuck is going on here? Oh, man. Liquidity sweep. Yeah. Changed my life. I'm only 16. Well, this guy's 16 years old. Look at these guys, man. 16-year-old traders. I guess this is a whole new generation here. I got to pay attention to these kids are doing. Yeah, I'd have more subscribers if I understand what these young kids are up to. The Bitcoins and everything, and the Dogecoin. I guess that's the government's going to use that Dogecoin to cut back on government spending. That's why I bought a lot of Dogecoins. I hope that was a good trade that I'd done. But the videos on trading, aren't they just over the top? The guy with the Ferraris and... What is that? Look at this. Gaps explained. He's using the ICT language, the FVGS gaps explained. Let me explain that. Got some explaining to do there, son. Your trading system doesn't make money. Now, see, that's people say that, but you know, would you feel comfortable trading this guy's system even if it made money? Say I wouldn't. You know, it's like, do you want to drive? You can get to the grocery store in that piece of shit Hummer. Do you want to drive? No, I don't. I'd rather walk. Can I walk, please? I'll just trade one case. Thank you very much. Wow, look at this guy. Well, at least he's saving money. Look at this. I don't know. I wish there was a giant like master channel, like the stats on everybody that does videos on trading and all of the what's the highest viewed trading video, what's the lowest, what's the most, you know. Boot camp saved this guy's life. Wow, look at this. What is this guy's got some dude? He's been cooked. Whatever that. people, these young kids got these really like, dude, man, bro, what are you saying, man? Speak English. That 7 sounds like getting some value, but I'm still super lost and confused about some things because I'm an absolute beginner. I have only done Baby Pip's course. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Starting from basics with candlesticks and reading the chart, but I'm still lost. Yeah, because all this bullshit with look at this guy. He's just rehashing the same shit. It's free course. It should be free. I don't know who's paying him, but I don't know. We all have to face the risk, the risk and the pain of losing. Unmatched. He's the funniest guy on YouTube. Really, you haven't heard me, fuckhead. So I don't. How much positive impact? Mentor, I don't think bro realizes how much of a. Wow, he's just such a positive impact. I know his hair. I wish I'm bald. So, I mean, I'm looking at his hair going. It looks like Jesus Christ in these thumbnails he has. It's hilarious. Like, what the fuck, right? Look at this guy. He looks like fucking the Jesus movie. Jesus Trades Forex. Daily bias. How to find the daily bias. Why would you want to have a daily bias? This stuff just kills me. But he's going to trade ICT. Okay, gotcha. Look at fractal flow. Learn ICT concepts in 30 minutes. I don't know. Can you do it in 29? 15-minute abs. 2-minute abs. 1-minute abs. Okay, anyways. I hope I don't end up going. I hope the YouTube doesn't suspend me for because it's been a while since I commented on somebody's video because they put that these. You can't say the word where you delete yourself. I don't know why these words now. It starts with an S. Like I'm seeing people not saying them and not typing them. Like you're not allowed to say the word where you. Take yourself out of the game permanently. Is there a better word than just saying what that starts with an S? Am I missing something? Was I absent? I must have been. I should have masked up because I'd understand it better. Yeah, son, if you don't put the mask on. Does you see how this works? It's for you. Get your daily bias. ICT daily bias was hard until I understood this. Oh no, look at this guy.
Being able to correctly identify daily bias will either make or break your trading. And you're probably making a few fatal mistakes that is compromising your setup, so let me help you. I've been trading ICT concepts and trading daily bias for the last 3 years now, and has made me over $500,000 in the last 3 years as a futures trader. In this video, I'm gonna explain daily bias as simple as I can so that you guys can immediately start applying it to your trading the right way. Let's get into it.
Now, where do these people come from? This guy doesn't have a lot of subscribers.
So the first thing before we even get into any concepts is you have to understand why these concepts even work. When we're looking at a daily bias,
do these people fund themselves? I mean, is this like, how does this happen? It looks like he has a normal lifestyle. He has a kitchen with chairs, and he must have a wife. Seems so young, doesn't he?
What is that daily bias even supposed to do?
Wow, is that his trading booth? That's cool looking. Where's the crack pipe?
Why is it supposed to do that? Because that is what's going to actually truly build the
Is that guitar pickup?
Conviction and the confidence when you're trading is when you
It's a humbucker.
Can actually understand and have confidence with why the market should move. So before we get into it,
why it should move because I'm fucking in it to win it, and if it's not moving my direction, I just get the fuck out.
I want you guys to understand there's 4 reasons why markets move. Number 1, markets move to hunt liquidity. Number 2, markets move to rebalance inefficiencies, which are fair value gaps. We rebalance to equilibrium, and we generate liquidity. Now, our goal when we are finding a daily bias is to find where the daily candle is expanding to. That is the question that we want to ask. Where is the daily candle expanding to? Now, there's times in which the daily candle expansion won't be as clear as what we normally would expect it to.
Oof, well, that doesn't sound good. Where's the certainty and happiness in this guy?
See, and we're going to go over that in this video as well, about going into the lower time frames and finding.
God, dude, how do you do edits like this? Is this guy, who does these edits? Like, is this like, dude, I have some high-end software here, and I cannot, just to bring the tools up to make that thing do that. Holy fuck. Typed in this shit, got the drag, these, oh my, transitions. They must be canned transitions you just drag and drop, because who the fuck put this much time into this?
A daily bias through the lower time frames as well. But this is the most important thing. Recognize 4 reasons why markets move. Every trade that you take, every reason for your entry needs to have these as the foundation. If you are taking a trade, one of these should be the reason for why you are taking them. You are either hunting liquidity, you are targeting price to rebalance to an inefficiency, you are targeting for price to rebalance to equilibrium. Keep that in mind. So let's jump into the charts now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a replay system on TradingView, and I'm just going to pick a random point in time, scrunch up the chart so you guys know I'm not cheating, and we could go from there and talk about daily bias. So the first thing that we're going to do when it comes to daily bias is we want to do just a simple top-down analysis. Start at the weekly time frame, draw our buy side, sell side, where's the market drawing towards, and do we think on the bigger time frame, and then slowly work down to figure out the internal draw as well. So we're going to go over here. I want to go to the weekly time frame, and I'm going to say, hey, buy side to the left of us just got taken. So this could possibly be something that's bearish, but one thing that you have to keep in mind as well is once this buy side level gets taken, the only way for me to be bearish and for me to think that price is going back to these areas is for us to get displacement through a swing low. This move here does not mean anything. We could immediately reverse back higher because this daily fair value gap to the...
This guy is totally full of shit. Now, I don't know how this guy makes all this money. He's on the weekly chart. Now, this is just why it's just total bullshit. I don't understand this. If what you're saying true about new high, new lows, how can he miss the trades on here? This is the buy liquidity side. These terms, it just is so stupid, dude. I want to be selling that. If you just sold the tip of that fucking wick, cash out. Sell the close. Cash out. Right? Cash out. A bad color here. Let me be explicit. So you sell this. Sell that. Cash out. I'm making money this whole time here. What the fuck is he talking about? He's on the weekly. Just try to get your brain around this shit. He's got this weekly bias, so he thinks it's going to go. Like, the weekly bias says, in the simplistic terms, it's going up. Okay? Well, I got sell limits up here. I got buy limits down here. What more do you fucking need to know? It's not going to do you any good. You should have bought this fucking close below the floor, loaded the fucking wagon, cash out at the floor. Okay, it goes a little further, but dude, are you fucking serious? God, incredible. And why so slick of a video? You're making 500 grand. You got time to do videos like this? I don't get it. You made 500 grand a year, and you got time to do these fucking with your hat on backwards. Am I just like, am I wrong? Am I in the wrong world?
The left of us is still continuing to hold bullish order flow, right? So keep that.
Bullish order flow. Keep that in mind. You're on the weekly chart. Who the fuck is going to keep that in mind? If I'm shitting my pants because the market's going against me on the 5-minute chart, which you're going to eventually trade the 5-minute chart after the top-down view. First, I look at the weekly charts. Are you what? Am I on the wrong planet?
That in mind. Now let's zoom into the daily. And looking at this chart, I want you to just take 5 seconds and just have an overall idea. Do you think that market right now is bullish, or do you think we are bearish? Take the next couple seconds. Now, looking at this chart for me,
Well, it's currently bullish, but it looks like it's about to back up. Either way, dude, do I have to do everything? This is a big fucking liquidity sell window. We'll just call it a place to put sell orders. All up here is sell, 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 right? Look at this trend trade. It doji's out. Get the fuck in on the short side, right? Because you're like, dude, when they take this out, when they take that out, they never got to this. At least he identified this window, this big rectangle. But you really can't see the trade in there? If you started buying all the way down into that, look at it, came all the way back to there. Cash out, reload, starts to engulf. A great place to buy. If you're into drawing trend lines, you just buy here. But you're buying every down bar. If you're bullish, and you just say, am I a buyer or am I a seller? The buyers would have been already up on that trade. They put buy limits below the low of the previous day. They just scalped that wick. I'm already up on the trade. Next question. Holy shit, dude. How are you missing this? I don't know why these people even bother. It's complexity worship. If I just keep it, then don't forget you want to become a member of the mastermind course.
I would be extremely bullish. Now, why is that? Market ended up coming up, had some accumulation. At these highs, we're continuing to generate buy-side liquidity. We have relative equal highs, as well as all of these swing highs that we leave along the way to the downside. We end up selling. These internal lows get taken. Sell side has now been taken, as well as we are holding the daily fair value gap. So again,
the daily fair value gap. Dude, this is just unbelievable. And how is this fucker making money? He must have good money management because these are just harebrained fucking ideas. I mean, these buzzwords. Dude, you can't see the fucking trade?
Any move that you see in the market, there's a reason for why it's happening. Again, there's 4 reasons why markets move. What are we doing here? Well, when we sell off, we're going to hunt some form of sell-side liquidity. We're also rebalancing to an inefficiency on the bigger time frame. Now, once those have both happened and we hold the order flow, meaning we are holding the bigger time frame fair value gap, there's not displacement on the bigger time frame, so there's no reason for us to be bearish after the buy side was taken. So now I'm looking at the central price action, and this is when you start applying other concepts from ICT, like market maker models, which I'll leave in the description. You can go check out. Because the way that I'm going to look at view at this is just by looking at the daily, I'm going to be expecting buy side of the curve when it comes to a market maker model, and we're going to start to work our way up to this buy side level. So now, have a good understanding. We're on a daily, so now my goal is to find out where is the daily candle expanding to. So now, first thing I'm going to look at is sell side been taken, we got to move up, rebalance, and then we're starting to actually displace through this swing high. So now I'm extremely bullish.
Let me guess. Put your sell limits above the high of the previous day. How about that one? Is that too easy? You got sell limits up here. What the fuck? How does he find time to do all this analysis and edit videos?
And what I want to notice is there's 2 fair value gaps here. There's a daily
fair value gap. I'm going to put myself in a circle on my chart instead of the clock.
Value gap right here. And there's also a daily fair value gap right here that we are currently in. So now, what am I expecting? Well, I'm expecting internal range to external range, meaning this imbalance most likely holds, and we see an expansion towards the external drop, which is going to be buy side. So now, what I want to do is I want to zoom in. First thing I'm going to do is I want to notice where is price most likely to bounce. So if I'm going into the day, and this is what I'm looking at on 4 hour, and I say, okay,
where is price most likely to bounce? Then these guys go down to this 4 hour chart. Look at all these juicy trades. Now this is my kind of trade right here. Go to the 4 hour chart and say, yeah, how about we start buying below here like a motherfucker? Yeah, I like that. Even this one becomes a winner eventually. Just gobble this shit up. Ding, 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 ding. Put some buy limits below this. Yeah, I like that trade. Buy at the market. You can buy that one on your phone. Every 4 hours it's down, buy on your phone. Can't miss that. Look at that. Get the fuck out. The problem is getting the fuck out on the phone too if you don't have a target. But that's a fucking trade there. Why don't you just take those trades? Well, I'm going to chart in the weekly chart, and I'm going to find a daily bias, and I'm going to... Daily bias was hard until he understood this. Oh my God. It's hard to understand because it's bullshit. It shouldn't be hard. It should be obvious as fuck. The market goes up and down. How fucking hard can it be, dude?
My daily bias is bullish because I think on the bigger
Well, it didn't take long. I started off happy, and I'm just pissed off.
time frame we're expanding this high. But what has to happen first before that can happen? Well, currently we just had a big expansion move. There's a possibility for us to retrace. We have a 4-hour fair value gap right here. We could come back down to this and then continue higher. I need to see more internal price action to recognize when price wants to move, because that's the most important thing when it comes to daily bias. It doesn't matter if you have a bias. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or if you're bearish. It matters when the market is actually going to go draw towards those areas. So when I'm looking at a 4-hour, I want to wait to see how price reacts. So
Well, you missed that trade. You could have buy limits down there. So this is what's so funny about this shit. You knew it, you fucking idiot. Oh, you don't. He's a fucking idiot. Right here. There's your liquidity. You're just going to have some limits down here. Like, bing, what? Made money on that one. Fucking genius. And the trend traders break out. Now it's going to go choppy woppy. It's going to be choppy. Break out your choppy trades. You got to adapt to the market. I'm waiting for the market. It's kind of noisy. It's kind of noisy. It's just price action is just not working. Not working for me. Is it working for you?
we zoom in, and I can say, hey, this looks really, really nice. This daily fair value gap is continuing to hold bullish. We just came down and swept this recent low to the left of us. And again, I'm doing the exact same thing as I normally would. We got nice displacement, pull back to a fair value gap.
Nice displacement, pull back to the fair value gap. Yeah, good checklist. Okay, I got oil in the car, I guess. I got water in the car. Looks like the temperature's right. Okay, pull out the driver. Air pressure in the tires. Okay, windshield wipers. Okay, rear defroster. Okay, let's go to the store and get something to eat.
If this continues to hold, I could expect to see it move up. So now I'm aligning the external draw with the internal draw. I want to make this clear that you understand.
Wow, look at you. You're like a Zen fucker. A yin and a yang.
When I zoom out to the daily, I'm recognizing, number one,
He has to write change interval. Who's the software? Dude, MT4 is the best software. He's got to type in the time interval. Let me type in. Where's my mouse? Hey, where's my keyboard?
this overall model is extremely bullish. Sell side has been taken. The bigger time frame fair value gap has held bullish. We're bouncing to the upside. We've had displacement.
Wow, man, his checklist. I'm tired. And I got him at high speed. When does he take the fucking trade?
Through this swing high. And now this daily fair value gap is starting to hold. So what do I expect? I expect
$500,000 a year.
internal range to external range, meaning this fair value gap holds. And
The other guy makes $1 million. He's got twice as many followers.
we work our way back to
Maybe that has something to do with it.
the upside in favor of the external draw being buy side. So when we zoom in and we have a daily bias being bullish, I'm looking for a bullish entry model. What do I need to see
Don't forget he's not cheating. He just decided to zoom in randomly on this thing. I prefer him to cheat.
to be bullish? The exact same thing. I want to recognize manipulation. Where's sell side resting?
Oh, manipulation. Here they go. Oh, they're hunting my stops. Dude, I just got in and out of that trade. On a limit. You fucking idiot.
Where's the displacement happening? So what happens is
Displacement.
sell side to the left of
My shoulder seems to be displaced.
plus gets taken. We get a lot of displacement
Dislocated.
back inside that range.
That market's dislocated. We got to get better nomenclature. We need a better lexicon for this.
We pull back to this inefficiency, back to equilibrium. What do I expect
Inefficiency. At least he doesn't say higher highs.
to see here? I expect to see this fair value gap continue to hold bullish and to see an expansion to the upside. Now this is currently in the overnight session. New York doesn't open until later. I'm going to go to a bigger time frame so we can actually see more of what's going on. Fair value gap still continues to hold. Should see an expansion to the high. There you go. So, but hopefully you're starting to connect the dots when it comes to aligning the internal draw with the external draw, and it comes to finding the daily bias. So now I'm going to continue to let the market play out, and let's just continue to figure out what to do, right? So now, new day happens, right? Boom, new day opens. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to actually go, let's say, I'm going to close my eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 candles, boom, new bias.
Okay,
new
wait a
day.
second. Wait a second. So did my trade work out? Remember I had my trade in here? I called it out before he blew through this shit. I think it was like, okay, sell above that. Yeah, that worked out. Sell above that, above that, above that, above that. Scalp to this. You got to get out on that wick. Short again. Okay, short again. Cashed out of that. Short again. Just easy. Very easy to trade. You just keep selling into it. Yeah, it does look like it's drifting up, but he's on the daily. He's blown through all of that. You just notice how he just glossed over that whole fucking... I'm not going to cheat him. You didn't even break it down, dude. Are these people serious? Come on. You can break that down for us? I got time for that. I got you in high speed. You can't break it down.
What's my daily bias? Okay. Well, buy side just got taken. So now I want to be hesitant to be taking longs because most of the time we're probably going to be having less efficient price action when the buy side is taken. Why do you think that is? Is because there's no reason for price to move higher now.
Dude,
when we are in this range, we are drawing towards areas
just
to be taking longs because most of the time.
Dude, how did you not go short here, cash out, short above this, and then cash out? Is that like, why make it so difficult? I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. They don't even listen to their own video.
We're probably going to be having less efficient price action when the buy side is taken. Why do you think that is? Is because there's no reason for price to move higher now. When we are in this range, we are drawing towards areas of liquidity.
There's no reason for price to move high. I've heard that before. Dude, I've looked at charts. And I'm thinking, there's no reason for price to move lower. We've just taken out a 5-year low in the euro. Dude, it could move down another 300 pips. I don't know what this guy's thinking. Maybe because it's the stock market.
Right? The 4 reasons why markets move. We're either hunting liquidity, rebalancing inefficiencies, rebalancing equilibrium.
Oh, he's going to go through this thing again. I forgot on the test. I didn't know what number 4 was. Is it going to the bathroom? Waiting for the market to move. Oh my lord.
Right? Or generating liquidity. What do you think we were doing right here? This is generating liquidity. When we zoom out, on the way to the downside, we are generating all of this buy side liquidity. All of these resting highs that we leave along the way to the downside.
On that time frame, dumb shit. Dude, is this guy kidding? What does that have to do with anything?
Is areas of buy side liquidity that we are going to eventually come back to and run all at once. That is the reason why it's called a low resistance liquidity run. Okay, because when we come back to it, we run it all at once. It's not like we take one little high and then sell back off. We take all of it at once. Now, daily bias, boom. This is what we're looking at. So now, first thing I want to notice is if the daily doesn't give me a good understanding of where we want to expand to. Right now, when I look at this, it doesn't give me a good idea of where we want to expand to because we've already held the daily for a value gap. We've kind of gone some momentum to the upside, but now this candle's starting to figure out what it wants to do. So this is when I zoom in and I recognize what the internal price action looks like. So now I go to 1 hour and I'm going to say, okay, I want to mark my important levels here, right? I want to mark, okay, big sell side level down here. We have internal low here. And this is when I also start paying attention more to ES because a lot of the S&Ts that are going to start forming in this range are going to be an easy sign to recognize for.
I missed all these trades.
So now
is he ever going to trade this thing? He's going to wait. No,
I want to preface this so much. You will not know what the market wants to do every second of the day. You will not know what the market wants to do 24/7 because guess what?
Come on.
You should know what the market wants to do 24/7 because the market is not constantly offering high quality opportunity. There's times in which I'll come to the market and I'll say, I have no idea what the market wants to do right now. And that's totally fine. Your goal is to wait for price action to give you more structure and give you a better understanding of when price wants to move and why price wants to move. So
well, why would you wait? If you know there's liquidity there, don't you just put your tickets in and walk away?
Always wait. If it's not done clear, don't take it. Don't start contemplating whether the bias is right or wrong. It will be right when you see it and you'll know that you have the confidence to do so. So this is kind of one of those cases where there's not much for me to look at in terms of where I think the market's going to expand. Now, what do I think the market's going to do? I think we're going to most likely take this recent high and start to expand back to go take these recent lows. But it's not clear enough for me to possibly even take a step off of. So right now, it's simply letting price action play out. I go to a 50-minute and let's see what happens and see if we get a better understanding of what price wants to do here. We continue to expand the upside again. Just letting price action do its thing here. I'm not focused on trying to catch this move. I'm not focused on missing out on a setup because guess what? There is no opportunity given to me and there's no reason I should be taking a trade. My goal when I come to the market is building good habits, not making money. When I come to the
building good habits and not making. Does anybody believe this shit?
And there's no reason I should be taking a trade. My goal when I come to the market is building good habits, not making money. When I come to the market and let's say there's just this random move to the upside, and this is what a lot of you new traders do. And
it's building good habits, not making money. Okay, I guess so. Right, you don't want to be in the market the whole time, all the time. But if you trade really close to the market, and what I'm doing is just too different than this guy. My entry technique is a little too complex, but it is about how you get in. And, you know, we know the market's moving up and down, so why not just get in at multiple price levels? If you don't know where it's going, you just admitted, I don't know what it's doing. Great, none of us know. Why don't we just put our orders out there? Don't we trust in the liquidity? No, I wait for confirmation because I'm not buying that car, dude, until I see the fucking thing, until I drive it. You have to buy cars that you would never have a chance to. You have to blindly buy cars and trust that they run. And nobody wants to do that in these markets. Oh, make sure that car runs. Did you bought a car or did you lemon? Well, I'm making lemonade.
And now you have the same problem. If the market will open, you'll see a massive move to the upside or the downside, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be a market open. This is just throughout the day. You see a massive move and immediately say, oh, I should have taken that. Oh, I should have taken that. Motherfucker, no, you should not have taken that. Okay?
Yeah, you should have. You fucked up. You missed it. There's a way you can trade those trades, dude. You got to think deeper. Maybe this guy should be making $10 million a year. Did he buy the house like that, or did he fucking put those obnoxiously bright fucking Klieg lights? Like, you being pulled over? Like, it's like a fucking, I feel like the lights on the ceiling, are they like tanning lights? What's going on?
Okay? Because guess what? The opportunity to actually enter that trade, the setup itself was never presented. So you're looking at the outcome saying, oh, I should have taken the setup because you would have made money on it. And that's because you're in the mindset of being profit-focused instead of process-focused. And this is what holds so many traders back, is you care more making money the wrong way than actually doing what you need to be doing and setting yourself up to make money the correct way and consistently. So little rant right there, let's get back to the bias. So now, market is providing me more information now. Why? Why is the market providing me more information now? Because we have generated sell-side liquidity. So one thing I'm going to recognize, I'm going to zoom back out, 4-hour time frame. What do we want to do here? Well, I'm most likely expecting, like I said, to go take the sell.
Wow, you missed that fucking trade. Look at the trades he's missing. I
Generate.
can't even,
What are the 4 reasons why markets move?
You already know what I think about where he should get in. Is it really that hard? I don't know. He's waiting in a way. It's 15-minute chart now. Look at that thing just look, I'd be like, here's a contrarian. I'd be like, on your phone. Yeah, every 15 minutes I'm selling. Fuck these idiots. Every 15 minutes above this price, sell, sell, sell. Whoosh. Look at, people bought this plunge and they cashed out here. Wow, it's so complicated. Look, people bought this, cashed out here. They let it rip. They sold above this. Okay, they sold the big swing traders, big house trade all the way. Sell, sell, sell. Cash out all the way back to here. There's people that have big enough pockets, deep enough pockets that they literally sold. And they martingaled into that. So they got to here. They like, I just fucking sold so much. The account could handle selling to here. The account's big enough to sell here and beyond. That's how you make a pant load of money easily, right? Easily. I mean, it's nothing. Nobody wants to see their equity go, I'm down 20 grand, I'm down 40 grand, I'm up 100 grand, boom, I'm out. Presupposing you're going to be on that 15-minute chart, and that's what you do for a living, so, you babysit the market. The same trade was here. I don't think markets are... It looks just like Forex to me. You got sell limits above here. Nice fill. Cash out. Scalp a little bit, I guess. But you're really looking for to start cashing out here. This is where you're buying again. So instead of trading breakout, getting trapped, right? You buy below here. Buy. Oh my God, beautiful. Cash out to the floor. On this one, it just so happens to be this many pips. On this one, it happens to be a lot more fucking pips, or ticks, or points. But it's just hilarious with this guy. He's got all these fucking sayings. I can't stand it with the, the trends your friend. It starts with the trends your friend kind of, these catchphrases. Just complete bullshit, dude. If you're shitting your pants because you're in these big, you go, oh fucking hey, man. Yeah, you gotta build your callus on your brain to be down. I'm not gonna go down to get stopped out of $4 grand on one trade. Just blows my mind. Who would do that? I don't care. I don't know. Maybe the guy's a zillionaire. He just doesn't want to divulge it. It would still upset me. I'd be like, dude, you're an idiot. I could see being down $700 on like 10 tickets. Okay, dude, look at this 70 pip move. Oof.
On liquidity, rebalance inefficiencies, rebalance equilibrium, and generate liquidity. When market comes back down here, I get a lot of questions like,
he keeps nailing these fucking bullshit fucking. What kind of market are you in? I don't know. And these people in the comments, I'm kind of confused. Am I in a liquidity generator, or am I? Dude, you're in all sorts of shit. On a one time frame, it happens to be what this guy's saying, but he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He doesn't know if they're accumulating. Dude, the price is moving up and down. Am I in the fair value rebalancing? Yeah, in that time frame. But in the bigger picture, look at the monthly. You're nowhere. You're just a big fucking goop. It's unbelievable.
like, Justin, why did we not take sell side here? You ever been in the market and there's times where we'll get super close to buy side or super close to a low and not take it? It's because market is continuing to generate buy side or sell side liquidity. When we do those, we should expect price to most of the time go in and revisit those lows because it's consistent generated liquidity. And that's the case with this model. We now have generated sell side liquidity. What's happening up here? Recent high is taken. We have a big fair value gap here, as well as a 1 hour fair value gap. This is where you can possibly look for a short entry. Why is that? We've had manipulation. We've had displacement back inside the range.
Manipulation. Oh my God.
Pull back to the inefficiency. What is the market doing? We're targeting Sell side liquidity. Where's the daily candle expanding to? We fail to run up higher. We get displacement. We expect the daily candle to expand back down. So what do I expect this to be? When market comes down, rebalances, and comes back up to take this high, we expect this to become an internal soup. And this could be a possible short
Is this guy ever going to put a fucking trade on? Oh, he sold finally. Oof.
opportunity to target these lows here. And this is when I would expect to see sell side of the curve. So let's do it again. Boom. Zoom back out. New day. So going to the daily. What's my bias? We're back in the daily for value gap. So now I'm questioning, okay, do we want to expand to this low? Because we just took internal liquidity. So right now, I'm probably going to be more bullish because we just swept these relative equal lows, right? We just swept these relative equal lows. I'm probably going to be more bullish. What would I expect price to do here? Well, if sell side's taken and we start to displace back inside this range, first thing I would expect to do is if I'm not confident with we're going all the way back to buy side, I'm at least pretty confident we're going to go back to equilibrium because what's 4 reasons why markets move? One of them is to move back to equilibrium. So this is an area in which I'm expecting price to most likely rebalance to if we get displacement above back inside this range.
He's at
So do we?
2x speed. Is he going to take a trade?
But now I zoom in and I try to recognize the model. Is there manipulation? Is there displacement high? Again, this is where the market will most likely go back to. Again, this is the overnight session anyway, so I wouldn't be trading this. All right, here we go. Hold on, market's about to open. Let's trade this. Okay. So market's about to open. My bias, bullish. Where am I expecting price to go? Equilibrium first. Also these imbalances. So back out. 15 minute. What am I noticing? Where could I expect more manipulation? Boom. Equal lows here. What's another thing that's happening here? Imbalance to the left of us. Probably another imbalance on the 30 minute as well.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom.
But what I want to see going into the morning, I want to see a sell off.
Boom.
Go take those lows, have manipulation, and expand back to the upside. Let's digest this for a second. Why is that? When we zoom out and we look at our bias, sell side's taken. We get displacement back inside the range. Everything that's needed to happen to the downside has happened. What do we expect to see? Upside. So for me,
I
there
don't
would be a
think
trade.
he
Now we
takes
totally
a
fine.
trade, does he?
I end up taking what I expected to see is back to equilibrium. A lot of displacement back inside the range. Where would I expect the market to draw towards? Probably this recent high. Candle. Where's the market expanding towards? This is where we're expanding towards. Buy side. Why is it buy side? Sell side taken. Displacement back inside the range. Overall order flow is bullish. This daily for value. Just take a recent low. Recent low just got taken. We want to see us expand to the upside. What do we?
Okay, that's it. I'm done. This guy's making me nauseous. My ICT search. How does this happen? But you know, people love it. People love this guy. Look at daily bias. This is why you're not making money trading. You focus on this bullshit. Wow. Let's look at this guy. Wow. In terms of psychology alone, being a trader means... What is this being a trader shit? Dude, you're just a guy. Being a trader means you're an observer. Is incredible. Genuine light bulb moment. Thank you for sharing this today. I never get comments like that. Nobody ever says, what a light bulb moment. Genuine. Not a fake light, like LED shit. That's like an incandescent light bulb moment. That's fucking, man, thank you. No, thank you. No, I insist. No, me first. Oh, God. You are not a trader. You are not a person. You're nothing but an observer. Genius. So zen. This is one of the best channels on YouTube ever for help simplifying ICT. Why do you have to simplify it? It's just so like, yeah, it's complicated for a reason. So you take the mentorship course, find out what to eat for breakfast. Man, I've been trading for almost 8 years. Very long journey. And this man is giving you new traders everything you need to be successful. The consistency is all on you, but he's providing you with the exact process you need to use when getting on charts and finding a trade with confidence. Great explanation, bro. What's this bro shit? I even hear the guys say, I'm not getting out of the car, bro. I know I was drinking and driving. Bro, I'm not getting out of the car. It's amazing. Finding a trade with confidence. That's the last thing you want. You gotta be humble, man. You just throw your tickets in and hope for the best. Just cross your fingers. This is definitely what we need now. Crystal clear information and knowledge. No flex, no cars, no show money, etc. Just pure sharing of knowledge. Thank you, Justin. You're a real guru. Yikes, he just demoted him down to guru status. This dude is so underrated. Big applause to him. He is the real one. Thanks for everything. Everything. How cute. Not everything, everything. Oh man, he's really nailed it. Just what I watched. Yeah. Well, man. Oh my God. Wow. Man, you're so good at teaching. I've watched a lot of ICTs, but I don't think I've watched anyone explain it like you. Thank you, man. This video is so cool. It's one of the best. Why aren't I getting comments like this? This is one of the best understanding the real price action with a chart. When not to trade is a big skill, which is eventually make us profitable. Yeah, I guess so. Well, wait till the market come to you. I like wait till the market come to your prices, right? Love from India. Wow. First time here's someone addressing clearly what moves the markets. Yes, those four things: liquidity, generating liquidity, taking liquidity, cashing liquidity. I forgot the four highlights already. It's just too much. I hate shit like that. Dude, just tell me, should I buy or sell? Like, what the fuck? Appreciate the practical step-by-step approach of this video. Step-by-step. No trades, but starting on top-down analysis. When you're starting from a top-down analysis and breaking it down to lower time frames is incredibly useful. How the fuck is that incredibly useful? It's only useful if you're looking at the weekly going, dude, we're coming up on a fucking 3-year high. We could bust north and go up, ripping up about 500 pips for no apparent reason. But we could always have that issue. The confidence is not going to, you're just like starting trading. I started trading Forex a month ago, and I'm glad to stumble on your channel. The amount of knowledge that I have absorbed from your videos is priceless. From psychology to technicals. You help me a lot. Okay, great. I don't know. How does it work? Maybe I can't unring the bell. Knowing what I know, I just can't go back to this kind of waiting for a setup. The setup's already there. Just put your orders in. I had the biggest win yesterday trading gold by applying these things you taught me. I became system orientated instead of money. Well, that's good, You really should stick with your system. I just wanted to say thank you. I still have a long journey ahead of me, but I'm here for the long term. Good. Don't kill yourself. I think that's what it's the out loud that kind of phrasing. I don't know why. Is that on the rise or something? I don't know what's going on out there. Past the prop challenge with the fivers, risk management and trading psychology for the win. So these people get sucked into this. I can't live like that. I'm on the fivers. I got it. You want to join a fucking YMCA to work out. I prefer to just lift weights at home and put on my favorite music, I don't like the music they play at the club. I thank you for this. I've been pounding my head against the wall for almost a year trying to understand ICT. You're a blessing. Yeah, wow, man. A lot of people having a hard time with ICT. Wasn't a yap session younger, man. I don't know these kids these days. I need more internal price action to recognize when price wants to move. Yeah, good luck. Oh my God, I don't know. Man, you're really underrated. Thanks for the heart and the crystal clear knowledge. Thanks from the heart. This video makes me feel better about watching price action every day and not feel bad that I don't trade and make money. That's true. I mean, you can't take every trade, but you should take more than these people are taking based on the simplistic view that after the liquidity's been swept, we expect the engulfment, the retracement, the reversal, the new trend start, the turning point, the pivot, whatever you want to call it. Nice video. I saw your prediction was off a few times, but you nail it and you give a clear explanation better than lots of other traders. We are observer and just want to wait for market price action and liquidity. Appreciate you sharing your experience and knowledge of how markets move on a daily basis. Actually, actually, if I had comments like this guy has, I'd think I was doing something wrong. Love your video. Get the fuck out of here. I love your approach and mindset, bro. Be an observer. Be objective. Keep it up. Sit on my hands. I probably would make more money if I sat on my hands, but because I'm not that kind of guy, I'm easily triggered too. Like when I see the market drop, I'm just going to buy one for good luck. But that's just a 0.0000001% of my account. But I only do that to a psychological effect that it gives me. Be like, okay, well, yeah, obviously this is ridiculous, but at least it gets me interested, right? And it triggers my subconscious because like now it's me against the market. It always is me against the market in a sense. I can't lose that feeling. I've tried to do it, and I read all these books, self-help, don't be an asshole. It didn't work. So I'm just going to be an asshole. In my mind, I try to keep it to myself. Like I'm in the grocery store, trust me, I'm holding back my comments. That's why I do the YouTube channel, because otherwise I'd be arrested. Oh, look at this guy. He's making a scene. What are you? Yeah, he's pulling the batteries off the fucking fat carts in the grocery store. And the people with the mask on. Really? There was a lady turned the corner. I couldn't resist. Now, it's going to start getting nasty pretty soon. She turned the corner on me. And when you're in the grocery store, can you just pro tip for everybody? In your grocery store, you're not at home. Try to fucking walk. Try to pay attention. When you turn the corner on an aisle, you get to the end of the aisle, like it's almost like a reversal. Don't be staring at the products so much. You're actually walking into fucking people that are on the main drag, okay? So there's aisles and there's the main course, right? And then the people that own the fucking grocery store are putting shit in the aisle. Like we got this display on cardboard that's like forcing you to look at it. It's in the way of what you want to get to. How is this fucking legal? Call the fire marshal right now. I want something done about this shit. And then so the goober turns the corner. She got the mask on and everything. And she's all afraid. Dude, why did you come out here? If I had a grocery store, no masks allowed. We don't want you robbing us, taking the fucking broccoli and shit. I don't know, man. Anyways, that's what I really wanted to say. Fuck trading. I just want to complain about the grocery store because it's a real problem. It's an issue. It's bothering the shit out of me, okay? Daily bias. Is there enough videos on this? You could be on daily bias videos till your fucking head explodes. There's no way around it. Yeah, there's no way around it. Just try to endure this punishment. Have the patience for the swing trades, have the size for the scalps, and just take a nap.